Yes, it's time to talk about that episode Bobby Got His Heart Broken, Season 3, Episode 2, and they call it Bobby Love. I found myself watching this episode a few days ago and had forgot how relatable it was. So today we're going to be doing a recap of this episode and then break down some of the most relatable moments that I feel as a young man a lot of you guys can relate to. So yeah, let's talk about it. Now, there are two individual storylines going on in this episode, but today we're going to be focusing in only on Bobby. This episode kicks off with Bobby on his way to class, which he ends up meeting this young lady in the hallway who just so happens to be a hall monitor. Bobby and her have this short conversation which really wasn't about much, but for some odd reason she ends up taking a liking to Bobby. Maybe because he made her laugh.
Bobby Hill? Yeah. Oh, you're good.
Yeah, so later on we see Bobby in the hallway trying to pick up his notebook when he accidentally makes the same girl laugh, and it seems Bobby was starting to catch on. If I make her laugh, maybe she'll like me. We see in this next scene Bobby is pretty much making a fool out of himself to get this girl and her friends to laugh, and Connie had noticed this clown behavior. She was asking Bobby what was so funny about it, and he just says it's adult humor. I don't even get it. Yeah, you don't get it because they're laughing at you, not with you, my guy. Huge difference. Now, as this episode progresses, things start to get more serious between Bobby and Marie because she had started calling Bobby's house trying to get him to come hang out with her and her friends. And I just find it funny that while this was going on, Hank thought it was Joseph or one of Bobby's other friends playing on the phone pretending to be a girl, because we know this man Bobby never really talks to girls outside of Connie. Now, while at the mall hanging out with Marie and her friends, we learn that she's a vegan, and I'm only mentioning this because it plays a key part in the story later on.
Could you make that an LT, please?
It was later that night when Bobby and Marie were on their way home, and this was the night that changed everything for Bobby. Before I go further into details, I think it's important to mention that the couch they're sitting on is a part of the other storyline that's happening in this episode. It was pretty much Khan's old couch he had throughout. If you've seen this episode before, then you pretty much know the deal with the couch.
I got an old pair of boxer shorts you can use as a tea cozy. Want that too?
Just thought I should mention that so it doesn't come off as just some random couch that's just sitting outside. Now, Marie asked Bobby if he wanted to kiss, and he somewhat freezes up, which is understandable because up until this point Bobby hadn't kissed a girl yet, so of course this was a special moment for him. But it was over before it even started.
Alright.
And pretty much to Marie, this was just another random kiss. It didn't really mean much to her, but this is when the real trouble starts. Bobby was under the impression that he and Marie were now dating, but this couldn't be further from the truth. And it's important to note that Marie was 14 and Bobby was 12, so she could easily influence him. Marie and Bobby had came back from the mall one day after hanging out with Joseph and Connie earlier, and they find themselves at this same couch, to which they end up having another makeout session, but this time Connie had witnessed the entire thing while taking out the trash. It was right at this very moment when Connie realized she likes Bobby, and I'll go further into detail on that later as well. So Marie heads home, and I'm sure at this point we all can tell Bobby is in love. Later that night, Bobby proves my point of being easily influenced when he was having dinner with his parents and asked for plain rice and toast instead of chicken. Yeah, crazy, right?
Can I have some rice and plain toast, please?
This is Bobby we're talking about here. Now, this was the night Bobby got a dose of reality as well. He and Marie attend a party that night when Bobby sees Marie dancing with two other guys, and this man's whole world crumbled in that moment. He ends up disrupting the party, just looking out of place, honestly. Marie ends up embarrassed, so she just takes Bobby outside and completely breaks Bobby's heart. Bobby was confused and felt like she was cheating on him because she was dancing with those two other guys, saying she was only supposed to dance with him. She then drops this huge bomb on Bobby, telling him he was taking this thing a little too far. She tells Bobby that they were only friends. Bobby was saying that he thought they were more, but Marie tells Bobby he was just cool and made her laugh. She completely crushed this man. She even tells him that kissing him was a mistake and that she felt they shouldn't hang out anymore. This was cold-hearted, my guy, and she just left Bobby to drown in his own sorrow.
In pretty much.
For the remainder of this episode, we see Bobby going through that Mordecai phase where he just mopes all over the place, being heartbroken and listening to sad music. Yeah, it was very depressing. Now remember that Marie is a vegan? Yeah, Hank and Peggy take Bobby out to eat to cheer him up, which he ends up seeing Marie there eating with her family. He ends up doing this massive steak challenge in front of Marie to get back at her, which she hated because she was a vegan, and this was pretty much Bobby's get back, if that's what we're gonna call it. Now just to break down the things that we witnessed earlier, I have some blame to throw out, and it's not at Bobby. Yes, Bobby was very naive, but what can you really expect from a 12-year-old? When you're 12, you're usually in the 6th grade, and typically 14-year-olds are either in the 8th or 9th grade, and as you can imagine, those mindsets are completely different. So all I'm getting from Marie is that she used Bobby and knew she could manipulate him. I noticed every time she wanted to hang out with Bobby, it was always at the mall. So while they don't directly indicate this, it leads me to believe he was spending money on her at the mall. Notice how on that last kiss, the way she grabbed those shopping bags. Yeah, it's given I got what I wanted. Now I'm ready to bounce. She was sending mixed signals at Bobby, so it was obviously hard for him to tell if she was serious or not. I will give a tiny bit of blame to Bobby, only because Marie never said they were officially dating, and even with the kissing, Bobby shouldn't have assumed they were dating. So yeah, that's pretty much his fault. Now as far as Connie realizing she likes Bobby only after seeing him kiss another girl, I don't really fuck with that. A person shouldn't have to be romantically involved with someone else for you to notice them. Why does it always take a guy to date another girl for another girl to notice him? That shit's retarded. Ever heard the statement, nobody wants me when I'm single, but everyone wants me when I get in a relationship? Yeah, that shit is true. But yeah guys, I'm sure we all can relate to this King of the Hill episode, because at some point in all of our lives, we all have shown love and affection to someone who didn't return it. So this episode hits home because of that. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode, and if you felt like Marie was in the wrong, or if you felt like Bobby was just being a dumbass. But until next time guys, peace.